store. Ow! I'm here. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here, and I'm so severe. Legend. Ow! Make me. Legend. I'm here. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's another episode of Diva Den. Sorry we wasn't here last week. All of the girls were tired and worn over, so we could not pull it together to come live with you last week. But we are back this week. We have an amazing show lined up. My co-hosts are here. We have a couple of special guests. The very handsome and talented Mr. Landis Osborne will be joining us tonight. So we look forward to hearing his perspective. And then a former Miss Continental and the current reigning Miss North America Supreme, Cheyenne Valentino, will be joining us for our candid conversation tonight. So viewers, please make sure if you have any questions, any comments, you want to chime into the conversation, add your perspective, please do so in the chat box on my live feed that is going on. Yes, Ivani. Hey, sweetie. Glad you have joined us. Glad you're back with us this week. We're excited. We're excited. We're excited. So let's get things rolling and let's welcome my team, the dream team, where we keep it going every week. What's up, Dallas the Don, ZBT, and Bree? What's up, y'all?
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, you got your fur on, bitch.
Yeah.
You got your fur, darling. You feeling
Yes.
fish, Brianna?
Yes. How's everybody doing? Oh,
Oh, we're good. Oh, you're splitting your hair, darling. Yes, elder mother. Yes,
Yeah.
as long as it's mother.
yes, elder mother. Yes, yes, yes. So, it looks like our guests are here and ready. So let's go ahead and bring them into the collective. Our first guest is Landis Osborne. So let's welcome him to the den. Hey, Landis.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Landis.
How you doing?
Good.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Yes, thank you, thank you. And then our other guest is my sister, Shalili. She is in her alternate personality this evening. So for those of you who have never seen my sister, not done as this beauty, let me show you. Let's show her again. So this is where she is glammed up, a former Miss Continental Plus and the current reigning Miss North America Supreme.
Yes.
She's also the CEO of Pound Your Cakes, LLC.
Hey.
Craig Pullum. Hey,
Hey,
y'all.
y'all.
Hey.
Girl, I thought that was Mr. Brown right there at first in the middle down
He is already getting hot already.
there.
I don't know if that was a compliment or not.
I love David, man. He's handsome. Brianna, what you got going on over there, girl?
Elder mother. Don't give them too much.
Yes, I could do.
Don't give me too much, honey.
That's elder mother, darling.
Just don't drink nothing she give you.
Okay.
Or eat.
I'm
Or-
happy to be here.
Well, thank you for joining us, my love.
Thank you for having me.
So I guess what we can start off with is that let's just get right into it. I want Cheyenne to tell us a little bit about Pound Your Cakes, LLC, darling. Tell us about Pound Your Cakes and that vision and all of that.
Well, you know what? It's funny. We're really baked like that. My girlfriend Doree Saunders. Hey, Doree. She sent me a recipe in the inbox during quarantine when the pandemic first hit. And it was for a peach cobbler pound cake. And it just looked interesting. So I baked it. And no, I don't want to say that. That may not be right. But I did it the way that the other group of people do it, just dumped it out the can. I was like, So then I made another one and I made it my own way as if I was making like a real peach cobbler. And girl, I posted the picture and this girl inboxed me and was like, how much for the cake? And I was like, bitch, I don't sell cakes. And she was like, well, bitch, if somebody asks to buy it, you better sell it. So I sat down and wrote some pricing out, see how much it takes to make a cake. And girls, the rest is history. Now I'm just a cake baking bitch now.
You've been pounding cakes, right?
Pounding cakes, baby. I got them ready for decoration.
You can pound mine. Yes, you can pound mine.
And some beautiful cakes you have been making, my dog.
Oh,
That's
thank
good.
you.
Oh,
That
those
one is
are
actually
beautiful.
that one is actually infused with about 2,200 milligrams of marijuana. Actually.
I bet you yes, that looks
OMG.
lovely. I bet you it's
What
moister
kind
than
of
an
cake is
oyster.
that?
Oh my God, that looks so good.
That's key lime pie.
Mm.
Oh, you said key lime pie. Oh, those
Ooh,
okay for
I
the
like the
Malibu.
pecan. What's the pecan pie? What the
That one
pecan
is
one?
pecan caramel. And I do ship nationwide, FYI.
Where you
Those
bake
are
out of?
those are peach cobbler pound cake muffins, jumbo muffins.
Mmm.
Okay.
Mmm.
That was actually a peach cobbler. The peaches are actually baked into the cake. Those was just peaches that were cooked that I laid on top of it. I actually made that cake for Mariah Huck, the producer and creator of Married to Medicine.
Oh, okay.
Yes, those cakes.
That was
Those
my
cakes.
first little celebrity client.
You know what? I'm just gonna start shipping my crab pies just out to people randomly because
And
this,
Yes.
You
and
said crab pie?
crab
so
pie.
it's funny because I'm listening. So I'm listening to you, and it's like, oh my God, the same thing happened to me. And I don't bake, but I found this recipe for crab pie, and it's good. And so, I haven't thought that far as you've done. So it makes me feel good to see somebody who during quarantine, had this idea and went and did it, because that's just encouraging to me right now. Like, that really encourages me. So
That's good.
I'm
Well, thank
glad
you.
to see it. And they look so good. My mouth is watering like, oh my God.
Thank you. You know what, girl? I work for the school system, so I was laid off we're still off. So it's been going on, I think like 10 months now. And I have another business. I do different recording work, but you know what? I started doing this and baking has been very therapeutic, actually.
Oh my God. It's like you were meant to be on the show tonight, because I started making the crab pie when my mom passed. So it's therapeutic to make. And I
Absolutely.
and I tell people, when I give you something or when you buy it, I didn't just make it to make it. I put a little something in it. So, oh my God, this is just, see, Zakia's a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn. So she just knew you
I'm
were
a Capricorn too. Look, wait. And girl, the only downfall about starting the business, I end up developing diabetes.
Oh,
I became a type 2 diabetic. And it's so weird because I've never been I'm a husky dude, but I've never been a heavy food eater. I always liked sweets. I've never had cavities. I never had diabetes. And then sitting at home during quarantine, eating all them fucking cakes and drinking mimosas every day, sugar shot up and ended up becoming, but it's been 6 months and my A1C is back to normal now. So
That's right.
I took care of that. I lost 53 pounds and
oh.
I've been doing good. I look kind of big on here though.
No, you look good. You look
No,
good.
you
You
don't.
look good.
Dallas the Don, stop saying that. Let
You
me shut
look
up.
good. No, you look good in real life.
You want your cakes pounded, don't you?
Yeah.
And probably not a baked pound.
Right.
I wasn't talking
Yeah.
about a baked pound either.
So,
Oh, I know that's right. How them cakes
moving
be?
on in, that was a great segue. Let's talk about we have dumped the Trump baby, and President Biden has been inaugurated, and
Dump the
our
Trump,
first,
dump the Trump, dump the Trump.
yes, dump the Trump, and our Vice President, first Black woman, Kamala Harris. So the inauguration was your favorite parts about the inauguration. Viewers, you can chime in with your favorite part about the inauguration, and we're going to talk about the fashions of the inauguration as well.
Oh
But
yes.
for me, the best part of the inauguration was that morning when Donald Trump walked out of the White House and got
Hey,
into the
I'm
helicopter
sorry.
and flew on off. I was so glad to see that man leave and that shit grin on his face. And and Melania in all black, like she in mourning. I was
I was just thinking the same thing. I looked at her picture and I said, this bitch was dressed like she was going to a funeral.
But you know why they left early,
She
right?
was. She was.
Well,
She
technically,
was going
yes,
to a
she
funeral.
Oh,
was.
somebody that sound good. Yeah.
With the bag, she had the bag though. She had the bag. She was the only one that was rocking the bag that day, and so she did walk out with the bag.
well, she probably had some of the White House trinkets inside of that bag because I heard they had been looting the White House.
Stop. I'm sorry,
Yep.
you all. I got a new puppy and she dragging my shoes all over the floor. I'm
They
sorry.
surely did. They surely did. They stole some stuff.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I bet you they had to have that White House exterminated.
Child,
Yeah.
they said that it took them, I want to say like 5 hours or something. They cleaned the chandeliers, they did
Everything.
the
The screen,
drapes.
the curtain.
They spent over 50,000 on the carpets. They tried to blame it on COVID, but you didn't know it won't COVID. I know why you was cleaning up.
But you know, he left early so that he wouldn't have to ask Biden for a ride home. So he left
Oh my
while he was
God.
still the president and could get on Air Force One and Marine One.
Mm. Mm.
Otherwise, he would have had to fly commercial.
Hmm.
You know what though?
Spirit.
But you know what's really messed up though? Donald Trump. I will say this. I am a Democrat, but I do give everyone the opportunity to prove themselves when they get into the White House, whether regardless of what political party they're part of. And Donald Trump had all the means to be one of the best presidents
Mhm.
ever. He has so much control over people's mindsets. He really could have been one of the best presidents had he just done the right thing. And it's so unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is.
I've never seen a president with that much control. To be
Sam,
honest with you, I've never seen a president with as much control as he had. And I do agree with you. You know, I think if he did right with the control that he had, it would have been much better when he left or during his administration, but he just was awful.
San Juan said they had all the church mothers pray and put holy oil and water all over the White House. Hey, Heather, thank you for joining us again this week. Good to see you.
Hey, Heather.
But Zena, you know, all the presidents had that kind of control. It's just how you build your cabinet and the people that you put around you. And if you're the type of person that don't want to listen so that things can grow, you're gonna mess up everything.
Yeah.
Oh
When you don't
no.
know something, the best thing to do is put somebody in place that knows something that can help you, so you don't look like an idiot.
He had to me, he really has, and now I'm not even gonna say past tense had, he still has a lot of control over those I mean a lot. Really look at it this way. You sent people in to hurt your own political party, and out of all those Republicans, only 10 people voted to impeach him.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them were in that same room. All of them are looking forward to what's to come after this 4-year administration. All of them, I'm sure, are planning to run for office or something. So they got to keep in Trump's good grace.
I think that they all got some criminal stuff that they helped him do, and he's protecting that. That's my philosophy on it, because I can't think that anybody with a good nature and a good mind will follow him blindly unless he had something on them too.
That's how I felt. I always felt like he had something on these individuals that, and we know the type of things that he's done or what has come out about what he's done, and a lot of things that these politicians have been doing. I think he knows a lot that will take a whole lot of those people down. I think he used that as the, I think he used it for his gain.
Just like if I was paying your rent or your mortgage and I said, you got to vote this way, you're going to vote my way because you want that money to keep coming in.
Yeah, because I get to go to bingo with the money I didn't spend on my rent.
Hey,
I know that's right.
You just follow the dollar.
Not bingo.
So let's get into the fashion. So I just want to start off with the one that I hated the most.
Who is that Lady Gaga?
That's Lady Gaga.
It's giving me Hunger Games.
Yeah.
That doesn't look very Hunger Games.
Is that a bird?
Like that? Y'all like that?
No.
She looked like she playing for the Hunger Games with that bird on her shoulder.
But they said it was a dove with an olive branch.
It was a
symbolic. It was different for me. I liked it.
It looked like a bald eagle from up here.
I think she was in true Gaga fashion.
For the occasion.
I felt like it was very Hunger Games. I felt like she was like the way her hair was braided around, like it was almost like a crown. But I just thought it was,
The odds be forever in your favor.
Yes, and Brianna, I understand why you like it, girl. I mean, that's your norm. You like to be draped and stuff.
Yeah.
You like.
Go ahead, Brianna.
It
You like to be elder mother, darling. Elder mother, honey. You like to be draped.
No,
girl.
but for real, you got to look at it. Look at all the stuff that she usually wear, and look how she.
Our viewers, Heather says she thought it was an eagle.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was a bald eagle.
Easy said a peace dove. They loved it.
Geez.
Yeah, I just, on that platform, if it was me, darling, I would be done, honey. Like
it was just too big for me. I think if that was smaller, I would have loved it as a smaller pendant. I just think that was just too like a dope rope. Like how much dope rope can you have?
She wanted people to social distance from her, and that's why she had that train and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, that's a good point. Maybe that was what was going on. But Miss J-Lo, honey, I had lived for Miss J-Lo.
Yeah, that outfit, I don't know her, but that outfit is beautiful.
You know Lady Gaga?
No, know her either.
Exactly. Because it's like, I didn't expect J-Lo to sing. I expect J-Lo to come out and dance. I'm like, they got J-Lo coming out here to sing. You know what I'm saying? It was unexpected because
And what was she screaming?
I think
like,
multicultural.
Yeah, I'm just like, y'all got J-Lo coming on here to sing. I was looking for J-Lo to come out and dance. I'm like, I thought she was going to do Let's Get Loud.
But wasn't it awesome how you saw all of it, like the whole music industry came back to life because like at Donald Trump's inauguration, child, it was only Chris and Michelle wanted, and then her career went to hell. But it was like everybody came out to support Biden and Harris.
Have we forgiven her yet?
I have. She probably knew she was gonna need that check because it was gonna be like it was.
I forgave her because in the middle of this COVID, I promise you that a whole lot of performers would love to have that check right now because everybody is hurting. But it was kind of a bad decision, but I love her. I like her.
So Sam, who you was talking about? J-Lo? J-Lo had open toe shoes on?
Shit, drag. We wear open toe shoes all year round too.
I think Michelle Obama been watching the show, as you can see my background, because Michelle Obama, I mean, that was just enough just to speak for the whole inauguration when she walked through.
I miss you, King.
Hey.
It was the hair for me with Michelle.
Yes, and she needed that corn. That baby needed that corn. Oh, yes.
The Obamas, darling.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
The Obamas. Michelle hair was
Look
beautiful.
at Michelle. Now that's mother of all mothers.
That's Cheyenne's family, honey. They from Chicago, honey, from the Chi.
Yes, the Chi.
Hey, Obamas.
Just so much elegance.
They look really good.
And they live, and they actually live close to the hood too.
Yeah, they look really, really good.
Rio, are you back in the country? We miss you. Thank you for
thank you for your service.
Happy New Year, Rio.
Miss you too, Rio.
Yeah, it was.
Rio de Janeiro, blue.
Yes. So also, the entertainment world took a loss today. We lost Larry King.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Rest in peace, LK Boo.
And Hank Aaron died yesterday.
Just so sad. What a legend, Larry King.
Not Larry King.
Gone too soon. He been here a long time though.
Yeah. I would say gone too soon.
I was getting ready to say the same thing, but you took the words right out of my mouth.
Bitch, not soon enough. No, I'm just playing.
Oh my gosh, Cheyenne.
Oh my God.
And on that note, we're going to
So you're from the south side of Chicago.
On that note, we're going to go to a commercial break.
Did the commercial come on yet?
No, it's coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Carnet.
So step up, prep up.
Step up, prep up.
To help keep you free from the risk of HIV.
From the makers of Truvada, there's another PrEP option, Descovy for PrEP, a once-daily prescription medicine that helps lower the chances of getting HIV through sex. It's not for everyone. Descovy for PrEP has not been studied in people assigned female at birth. Talk to your doctor to find out if it's right for you.
Step up for health and body.
Prep up for your one and only love, or many loves. For kings, this queen, and you royals in between. For my now.
Our now.
And my future. Our future. Step up, prep up. Descovy is another way to prep. Descovy does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections, so it's important to use safer sex practices and get tested regularly. You must be HIV negative to take Descovy for PrEP, so you need to get tested for HIV immediately before and at least every 3 months while taking it. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your doctor right away. They may check to confirm you are still HIV negative. Serious side effects can occur, including kidney problems and kidney failure. Rare life-threatening side effects include a buildup of lactic acid and liver problems. The most common side effect was diarrhea. Tell your doctor about all the medicines and supplements you take, or if you have kidney or liver problems, including hepatitis. If you have hepatitis B, do not stop taking Descovy without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about your risk of HIV, and if Descovy for PrEP is right for you.
Words are loud, but actions are louder.
Step up,
Prep up with Descovy for PrEP. Get help paying for Descovy for PrEP. Learn more at stepupprepup.com.
Yeah, have to show love for the funders of Nation Foundation.
Girl, I hate the people found out about PrEP. Girl, everybody is negative on PrEP, bitch.
So they say.
Even the straight married people that don't know shit about it, they just put it on their profile because they see everybody else.
They look good.
Let me ask you this. Do you think a man is truly straight if he's taking He's supposed to be straight and he's taking PrEP? Do you think he's straight?
He could be. It depends on
doing something weird.
It depends on what his sexual partners are. So if he knows that maybe he deal with a lot of what politically correct them people who be selling themselves for drugs, if they deal in a lot of those kind of girls and things like that, yeah, maybe so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe.
I just wondered. A mutual friend was talking about her boyfriend been taking PrEP, and I was like, so anyway.
I think it's a smart move. I think it's a good move. I think it's smart for him to be taking PrEP because it doesn't just affect one type of person. HIV can affect any type of person, and it doesn't matter about race, gender. And so I think that he's taking the necessary steps to protect himself. I think that's important.
And
But
I think any straight man that's taking PrEP is. Let me show you.
No, that's why we asked you on the show. We wanted to hear
I
your
think any straight man that's taking PrEP. First of all, the average. I'm just going off experience because I deal with a lot of married men, and the average married man don't know shit about no PrEP and stuff like that. They know about PrEP from seeing all the gays and the trans people on Grindr and Jack, where the profiles say negative on PrEP. So, and I say that because I've had them ask me, what is PrEP? And then I've told them what PrEP is, and then later on, I've seen a lot of their profiles change to negative on PrEP. And I don't even think they actually own PrEP because one straight guy told me that, this married guy told me that he wanted to get on it, but his insurance didn't cover it and it was too expensive, and he didn't want his wife finding out that he was taking the medicine like that.
Good point.
Very good point.
So to land this, you did something today.
Oh, Miss Covisha, honey. I'm sorry if it's wrong, but girl. Now they finna track you for life.
So you took you did the COVID vaccine today.
Correct. But that was Zena. You were saying they're gonna track me for life?
No, Valentino just got a.
Oh,
you got that nanotechnology now.
Why people say that? But
yeah, I gotta take it myself. So I'm just glad to see other people who, it makes me feel better when I see other people take it. Because of the profession I work in, I'll have to take it eventually. So when I see people share their videos, it kind of takes my anxiety down. I'm still not too keen on it, but if I don't take it, I may not have a job, so that's the reality of it for me.
Well, my reason for posting it is because many people know I work in clinical research, bringing new drugs to people, and I'm always asking people to take these new medications and give it a try. Now, I won't lie to you, not all medicine that we research work. We pull them off the market and they never get FDA approved. But this vaccine, we all are going to have to eventually take it. And from my experience, I thought it was free, but it's actually not free. They do ask for your insurance. Well, let me put it this way. The cost of the vaccine itself is free, but the delivery, meaning the nurse that gave it to you and all that kind of stuff, they want your insurance or you got to pay something out of pocket. So,
I'm not going to take it.
Why? What's your apprehension?
I don't take flu shots. I don't take pneumonia shots. None of that. I never have, and I've never had the flu. I've never had pneumonia by the grace of God. I had COVID back in March, and I also have the antibody. And my thing is, if my body was strong enough to, I'm sorry about that squeaking, my dog in the background. If my body was strong enough to rid it on its own, I don't feel like I need to take a vaccine for it.
So in some ways you are correct, and that's because if like the flu, you can say at least 75% of people get the flu shot and about 25% don't. So we'll have what they call herd immunity.
Herd immunity.
So that means there's enough people that's vaccinated that will keep the flu at bay. So you don't have a lot of that. So that's what they're trying to get to with COVID.
Right.
So if at least 75% of the people get it, then it's there.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But if you plan to travel internationally, you're gonna have to have it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not planning to travel internationally. I want to wait a little while and see what happens. And I see a lot of people. Jessica, when did you get your shot? She said she had her first dose. And so far, so good for her. I've seen a couple other people in Atlanta who's had it. So I've been watching what's going on. This moment, like for me, that is not my choice. I'm going to continue to get the testing done to make sure I'm negative. And
have you ever had COVID before, Zakia?
I was not diagnosed with it, but I kind of feel like I caught it in January when I was in Atlanta. Do you remember when I got really sick for that long period of time?
Well, that's when I caught it I caught it when I was at Black America.
Yeah, it was the weekend when Doré and Zion were giving up Sweetheart. And it was just like all of a sudden I just got really sick, and I stayed sick for about 5 weeks. And I had a flu shot. I had a flu test, excuse me, and that came back negative. They never checked me because I don't think we were really doing COVID testing here at that time. Mm-hmm. But like, it was not a normal cold. It was not the length of time that I would normally have one. I remember not having the appetite and all that. So I think that I may have had it, but wasn't diagnosed with it.
I wasn't diagnosed with mine. I just lost my smell for a month, and I lost my taste for like a month and a half. And like the first day I had the runs, and my neck was kind of stiff in the back. But then after that, it was fine. I didn't have any breathing issues. And then I got tested like months later for the antibody, and that's when they told me I had the antibodies. So I had figured I had it anyway. So.
Yeah, and but every test that I've had has come up negative. So I don't know if it was because it was in January, the antibodies may not have been showing up. I don't know, but remember that last, I want to say that next, because I was even sick when I came to Chicago. Remember when I had that rehearsal with Alberto? That had started like in January, and it had lingered till then, but it was getting better then.
But y'all can have them COVID tests, though. I had to take one before I had surgery. And, bitch, I'd rather have surgery than take a COVID test, bitch.
So let me ask this question. Am I the only one that had a one-night stand? You ever had a one-night stand?
Yeah. You don't.
Is that a real question?
That's a real question.
Well, probably everybody except for Zena. Oh, dude, yeah.
Except for who?
I put Zena, but I guess.
So I posed the question because, everybody's like waiting to see what's going to happen with this virus, and they need to know all this information. But when you have a one-night stand, sometimes you don't even know that person's last name.
No, but I do. But I know a condom is in place, and I'm not gonna be at risk of nothing.
But there's also the chance of the condom breaking. Is only 95%, 99%. What is it? There's always a percentage.
Well, at least I know that gonorrhea and chlamydia have been studied long enough, and I know that azithromycin and ceftriaxone is not going to cause me to have Bell's palsy or cause me to get something where I can't breathe. I would rather take a vaccine shot in the ass versus a COVID-19 vaccine.
Yeah. Wait. Can I say something, Landis? I have a friend that's in prison, and they gave them like incentives to take it. So me and him was talking today on the phone. I said, don't you think it's kind of strange that they're gonna give you something to lure you in to take this vaccine. You know what I'm saying? It should be optional. But I think it should be optional. But for you to give somebody an incentive that's in prison, that's kind of odd to me. That's what I was telling Zakia earlier today. That seems kind of funny that you gotta say, okay, if you take the vaccine, we're gonna give you this, and this. But if it's for my health, why wouldn't you just say, hey, we're giving out the vaccine? Why it gotta be an incentive? So I feel like it's an ulterior motive behind it.
Well,
You have to,
sometimes,
but you gotta
I don't think
understand, Cheyenne, it's gas station food that they're giving graham crackers, and it was a few little items, stuff that you could buy at the gas station. And you want me to risk my life for this little bit of stuff? And like I said, they kind of probably, I mean, I feel like everybody is kind of guinea pig too.
Yeah, but you got to think about it this way. If one person in that prison cell gets it, then their roommate is going to get it. And when they go to the showers, they're going to spread it to, and the whole prison going to get it, including the guards.
Now
So
I understand that. So why give them an incentive to take it? If you explain, if you was to come to
they're giving healthcare workers incentives.
Huh?
They're giving healthcare workers incentives.
But okay, but then they're not giving regular people incentives. They saying you either, I mean, take it because this helps against COVID. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was just trying to get an understanding. Why would you have to, if you're going to give people in prison an incentive, why you don't give people on the outside an incentive to take it?
Well, speaking of an incentive, there are Congress people right now who are asking Biden to put a stipulation on the $1,400 check. You have congressmen who are asking that in order for people to get the $1,400 check, that the people who have been vaccinated are the ones who get the check. And one of the congressmen said, and I quote, he said, if we want to see them buy something, let's see them buy herd immunity. So that's what's on their mind. And I don't think that'll ever happen. I don't think that it's right to hold that money against the American people for them to get a shot, only because people have been suffering for so long. But it's on the table. You have people who are like, okay, you get $1,400, get that shot.
So do you think if we had a different president that we would not have this animosity towards taking the vaccine because he politicizes it?
No, I think
I don't think it has anything to do with the president. I just think it's people's personal choice.
Well, for me, it's partly because of the administration. I don't trust anything that Trump has done, and for us, and I know, Landis, you and I talked about it, and you said that the vaccine, they have been like having studies and all that on the vaccine. But I feel like it got pushed through extremely fast. And the fact that it's for emergency use, it's approved for emergency use.
Right.
It just went through too. And so, yeah, Donald Trump does play a part in it because it was created under his administration. I hear about how people are trying to reap financial gain from this specific drug, the different side effects that are happening with it. And then, you know, if you can just out of the blue, look how long we've been working on cancer, look how long they've been on HIV, you know what I'm saying? And it took many, many years for them to figure out that Truvada or Descovy will keep people that are HIV negative from catching HIV. So I just don't trust it. I want to see what happens. So, you know, if I look on your next game show, Landis, and you like to turn into a zombie, yeah, and I'm gonna be glad. And the decision that I have made.
Night of the Walking Dead.
Okay.
But you know, there's some other theories that I'll have to share with you on a one-on-one about those diseases that you spoke of. I don't want to say it publicly.
Okay. I love our one-on-one, so we can have our one-on-one.
Why it can't be 1-on-5?
Because of work, sometimes, you know, people can't talk about all kinds of stuff. So you have to have discretion.
I just want to pray for everybody who's getting the vaccine because, you know, we really don't know. It's still new. So For real, everybody who is getting it, I just lift y'all in a little name of prayer, and I will add y'all into my daily prayer when I pray, because I think it's so important with what y'all putting into y'all body, and you don't know, and I just pray for everybody who's got to get it, and and that is not the mark of the beast, and
So I have a little video that I wanted to share with everybody, and I wanted to get your your feelings on it.
I'm trying to see is that my phone making that noise or
Yeah.
Can you all hear that weird noise?
It stopped.
Like a
it might be the Raku over there with Elder Mother and the Raku.
The Rockadoosh.
She got her coon on today.
She got her, yes, Elder Mother, honey.
Mother!
You said that's coon. I thought it was Fox.
All right, here you go. Yeah.
Rabbit.
Oh, this shit had me so weak.
Is the magnificent handiwork of God. He made man and male, and then he made female, no in between. I get so sick of sisters, I don't know what to do. And half the time they bring them in somebody's church, fanning over somebody's choir, turning. I'm sick of sisters.
I'm sick of them too, girl.
From on high. We ain't got no men now. They're either in jail on the corner or switching somewhere. God help us.
Baby, I'm with her. I'm sick of sissy too.
Why you say?
So she turned it like that.
Yes, she did in church, honey.
That's Maddie Mae Clark.
Well, the way she went in on the choir director, I mean, that was just like I was offended, and I'm not a choir director. I said no.
But this is my thing. How can you say something like that, and then when somebody go at you, then you want to back down and throw up the white flag? No, I need you to keep that same energy. I need you to keep that same energy. But people, listen, the biggest hypocrites, no shade, to me, the biggest hypocrites is the ones that be in church and talking about this and that and this and that. But how can you say that you are, I'm not even going to go there. Go ahead, next person.
But you know what, Bree? The same people in those churches got to go meet the same God we will when we get there. So they can say it in the pulpit, but you got to answer for it when you get there. And that's how I feel. You know, regardless, you can say it right here. You can say it to your congregation. But when you stand in front of the Almighty, you're going to answer for that. And I believe that. So.
Amen.
It was just the way she stated it. I'm sick of these sissies.
Baby, I holler when I first
right,
heard
but this is my thing. I bet you if you go and look into her family, she probably got sisters in there, drug addicts. You know what I'm saying? The girl, somebody tricking, somebody stealing. You know what I'm saying? But before you try to clean up somebody else's porch, clean up.
Yeah, but Bree, in those.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, that wasn't me that time. That was her.
See how the devil let the devil use you, Bree.
But in those kind of churches, because I've attended those kind of churches for a while, and for some reason, the gay and the lesbian person is never accepted. But you can be a homemonger. You can have slept with everybody in the church. You could be a stealer. You could just you could kill everybody in your house and come to church and praise the Lord the next day. And they clapping and praising you. But if you're gay or lesbian, they ain't got nothing to do with you.
And I just remind people about Matthew 7. do not judge. And Matthew 7 kind of sums that up. And I think that's important. And I hope that they will do a sermon on Matthew 7 next time.
They supposed to
But
be
the black
godly,
church,
like,
we can
and
do a whole
Jesus.
show on that.
Jesus loved everybody. Jesus
Okay.
loved everybody.
I always say that all the time. God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. The whole entire world, everybody, not just.
And people don't understand it's not about the person. And that's what makes me mad about church folk. Because church folk read the Bible and they taking it so literal, but it's not about the person. It's about the just piss me off. I don't like talking about this, Zakia. I be going off and I be getting mad.
Girl,
Everybody,
get mad. It's okay.
so vengeance is mine, so saith the Lord. Deal with him. Deal with him. I got to deal with everything I've done on earth, and everyone on this panel will, just like her. You're going to have to explain to God that mess.
Yeah, because we all fall short.
But then again, if you ask everybody that was gay in the church that was working to stop doing what they were doing, they ain't going to have no damn church.
No, not at all.
Correct.
On that, I'm going to go to a commercial. Can y'all hear the sound?
No.
Let's
I
get
see the stomach though.
Huh?
I saw the stomach.
What's your name? Your name's Cheyenne? You too pretty to be so shady.
All right, well,
you didn't see the stomach on that person?
I did. I didn't say nothing.
All right, while I get that queued up, I want to bring out another talking point because I hit a button, child, and that's the screen up.
What kind of weed fried brie got?
But you just called me
from a satellite.
Wait, hold on, but you just called me shady though, Big Daddy.
It is it's contagious.
Things like with the smiley, and then talk to a little bit, and because this had me really surprised and annoyed. So let's jump in.
Yeah, everybody's scared.
It's just a
scared to
difficult
get their opinion because Dave should. Okay.
No, comes back in.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, so just let it go. But anyway, congratulations.
My thing here about the son. Then they got the baby up here. They taking the baby up here, 12 years old with a
acrylic nail,
acrylic nail, and a half top shirt. Now, be what you want to be. But the question is, if that boy was a real little girl, is it appropriate? Because my 12-year-old daughter wouldn't have on no halter top and no acrylic nail. My 12-year-old girl, because they got plenty of time for that. You got the rest of their life to do that. Now, why you got to march that out in front of everybody, and that's still a child. This is me. Now, you can get mad at me, and the LGBT community can attack me or whatever and say whatever they want to say, but I'm just talking about just as a parent, you got to use a certain amount of discretion, and it almost feels like exploitation to a child's sexuality. And be what you want to be, and people who want to be who they want to be. And sometimes this stuff is genetic. Sometimes it's low testosterone. That was explained to me by a doctor. The reason why some people are the way they are. However, we're not telling you you can't be who you are. Then you could be that in private. But if my son was gay, and I raised a child that was a lesbian that's now living her life. As the opposite sex now, or whatever. But while you're a child, remain in a child's place, be who you are. Then when you get old enough, you get to be whoever you want to be. The problem is, we have to set boundaries. Cannot allow children to do what they want to do. And if your 3-year-old or 4-year-old baby, they love candy, but you wouldn't give them candy for breakfast, right? Mm-hmm. You give them what they're supposed to have for breakfast. But if it was up to them, they would eat Skittles and candy for breakfast every morning and for lunch and for dinner. As a parent, you have to make a decision that this is not good for you right here. And when you get old enough to buy your own candy and pay your own rent, you can eat it. And I still love you and support you. So where do we draw the line?
I think that's the bigger question.
Where do we draw? Where do we draw the line? I mean, is it too much, Gary?
Yeah, well, now that since y'all done got in, I'm not trying to make light of nothing, but now that I'm older, I want to know, can I change my name to Elizabeth? Because I don't like Gary, and I want to just change my name.
You can change your name if you grown.
So, what do y'all thought?
Some of the things he said I thought was appropriate, and that basically was him saying that it was okay for the child to dress as they wanted to, but what they were wearing was inappropriate. Meaning, you wouldn't let, even if it was a biological girl, you wouldn't let them wear that. I might buy that. Some of the other stuff, maybe not.
That's the only thing. When I first heard that, that's the only thing, because I have 3 girls. I would never let my 12-year-old wear a halter top and get there. Other than that, I don't know what he's been smoking, but he need to stop smoking. And he really bothered me. He really did.
To me, it was he's uneducated, because you have a child that's a transgender person and you don't even know the correct pronouns. You know what I'm saying? It was just like he was just saying stuff that he heard and being a comedian. But it's more serious than that. If you have a child who was born a female, who is transitioning into a male, see, he needs to learn the definitions and learn the terms.
That was the problem for me, because when I heard him say that, I didn't see. I don't know if his daughter is transitioning from the way he said it. You know what I'm saying? She could just be a stud. You know, he said living her life as the opposite sex. I think he is uninformed. I do, feel the same way as you, Zena, about the halter tops. I wouldn't allow a little young child to wear halter tops. I have seen plenty of little kids with nails or in the nail shop getting their nails done, and I applaud them for loving their child and accepting their child and letting their child be free to themselves. And for to be a Black family, you know what I'm saying, and a Black man who is just wholeheartedly loving your child and not really giving a shit what people say.
And they learning, they're learning. I think the way I see those 2 people attacked really bothers me, because it's like you're attacking them and you're making it seem like all parents of trans kids have forced their kids to be this person. And it's like, I just can't fathom it. Kudos to them, because I know I'll be in jail. I watched an interview with Dwayne Wade and another basketball player, and the disrespect that man was saying to Dwayne Wade, I would have knocked all his teeth out. He would have lost his teeth talking about my child like that. So, it's like, yeah, they really trying Dwayne Wade, and kudos to him, because he should have cussed a whole lot of people out, because they're so disrespectful.
At the end of the day, they doing what's fit for their child. That's their child. That's his daughter. He's doing what's best for his daughter. So opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So it don't even matter, because now say if he was growing up and was stealing and was in the tabloids all the time, you still talking about that. Oh, Wayne Wade don't know how to how to teach his son how to be a man and stuff. So it's like it don't even matter. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. It's just people just need to mind their business.
Yeah, and he has other kids who've grown up around her. So you're not talking about something that all of his kids feel this way. No, that's not the case. He has other little boy children, who are boy children, and that's who they want to be. And Z is who she is, and just kudos to them, because they're better than me.
Yeah, but also
being in the spotlight.
What he talked about his daughter, and what her life was growing up with him, because he didn't seem as though he had any knowledge or any training or in empathy towards that person growing up making a transition, if that's what they did, because he still referred to his daughter as her and not he. So, that makes me wonder as well what the process was with them two together.
Yeah.
So, and then you talking about the LGB, whatever community. Yeah, Ricky Smiley, you got to do better. That's not hot. Let that man,
No, not hot at all.
let that
Not
man,
hot at all.
let that man raise his daughter and embrace his daughter, and you manage your own business and figure out what the true gender of your child is.
And I want to say one more thing about people that make comments like that. When he made the comment, I have a gay daughter and she lives her life as the opposite sex, that's no different than someone saying, well, I have black friends. Don't try to give me an excuse where, oh no, I'm down with
Correct.
it. But no, it's either you're one way or the other. And he was trying to save face because everybody that he deals with, they're not keen with it. So he doesn't want those people to, to feel any type of way. I'm done with him. He ain't got to worry about me. I'm not listening to him in the morning. He can go on.
Questions, I can't. Did you listen to the whole thing?
Yeah, I did.
What did Gary say? I want to know, what did he say about the situation? Just sum it up. What did he say? Did he defend it, or what did he say?
No, he made a joke about his name.
About his name. That was it.
Gary is not going to say anything against Ricky because he signs his check.
Right.
We need Sophia. We need Sophia.
And that's sad. That's really sad, because you can't even be your authentic self because of the position that you in. You get what I'm saying? I feel like, Zakia, if we have a disagreement, if we have an open discussion about something, I don't think my opinion being different from yours should hinder you from paying me. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, that was just like our last show, child. I didn't agree with my child, honey, and his opinion, honey. But we listened to each other. I got in my feelings about it, and then we moved on.
I got my ass whooped. Don't lie on this camera. I got my ass whooped with a belt. Don't lie.
But let me pose this to you: if it was something they were representing the foundation and you didn't like their representation, would you not cut them off or fire them?
Yeah, I would.
Right. So therefore, Gary couldn't really say what he felt. That's what I'm assuming.
At the end of the day, he asked Gary, so that was like an open door for him to. And Gary should have took the opportunity to think exactly what it was that he felt. And then had it been some repercussions from it, then the community would have really let Ricky Smiley have it because you asked for the opinion.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you what the game is. It wouldn't be the first time that Gary and Ricky had a disagreement about something. So, I don't buy that, because one, you in radio and you supposed to have dialogue. That would have been the perfect time to have someone from the LGBTQ community to give their opinion on how they felt. I believe he didn't speak on what he believed in because he didn't want to get attacked by his own community. So, I don't agree with him not saying he is his boss. Him and Ricky go back and forth about a lot of things. Even his tea of the day, they argue about his tea. So why couldn't y'all have a debate about this or talk about this? Because it's important to teach people who don't know the no. We have to teach them. Coming from a cisgendered woman, we have to teach these people because they don't know no better. You got people who are still saying that boy. He's not a boy. That's a girl. She. Don't do her like that. But see, the way Wade started knocking out teeth, I promise you they will remember she's a she.
And I can't wait till she blossom because she's gonna be fierce.
She's gonna be beat for the gods, and she's gonna be the bomb.
She's gonna be done.
And then you're gonna have people in her inbox, I used to like you. Get the hell on. Get the hell on.
Oh, shut your mouth. That's the real tea. The pieces, this the real tea. The pieces that's always going at the girls. I've learned this. The pieces that's always going at the girls and this and that don't like us. They the main ones that be in tagged in Grinder and Facebook Messenger and be around the corner or put notes on your car. You know what I'm saying? Those be the main ones. People child.
So,
Brittany, you put notes on your car?
So that's a great segue into my next topic because I wanted to talk about dating in 2021. And it could be dating in any perspective, but specifically, I had made a post a few days ago that I wish that I could find somebody nice, cheap, um, and not intimidated by my success. Do you think that it's hard being trans or hard being part of the LGBTQ community dating?
Yeah, I'm gonna say for me, I'm gonna say yes because um with 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 me, I'm not gonna date somebody. I'm not gonna date somebody who's not comfortable with themselves, who's not living in their truth. If you're not comfortable with who you are, I'm not gonna be no in the closet type of relationship. I did that before when I was messing with a guy for like 2 years and we did nothing. And I just had to sit back and say, hold on, this ain't right. This not how it's supposed to be. So moving forward, once I found a man who actually showed me and we did things together and stuff like that, then that's when I was like, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. So that's why I'm not looking back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking back on that. So I mean, if I'm lonely for the, you know what I'm saying? If I'm lonely, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I'm not gonna lower my standards on something that I want. I want a person that loves themselves and that's gonna love me for me.
And how's that going?
Well, elder mother is sitting here with her dog, and she is perfectly fine. But no, I'm fine with. I mean, I try to date, but it's just seemed like it's the arterial motive because it's just like is it's always about it's their minds be on sex, and it ain't even about like when you meet a person online when you're talking they sometimes we just gonna see they send you nasty pictures. You say send me a picture, they send you a nasty picture, and then so it's just like okay, so I know where this is going, so then you go the route that they're going. But if I ask a guy to send me a picture and he send me a fake picture, oh okay, you're cute, can you send me a picture, can I send him a picture, I'm gonna send him a face picture too or a nice picture of me
So,
because I know
so let
if
me
I
let me
send
be clear about something you said. So you say when they send like a pornographic pic of genitalia, then you respond back with a pic of genitalia or something seductive. Is that what you're saying? For that route? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, yeah, sometimes, or sometimes I get annoyed and be like, never mind. Because I do read people profile, and if you say I'm looking for somebody, blah 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 blah, and you don't have a picture, then when I ask you to send me a picture, you look for something serious, or you know what I'm saying, somebody to chill with and stuff. And then when I say, can you send me a picture, and it's a naked picture, I'm just like, well, damn, that ain't even what you saying on your profile. You need to say, well, I'm just trying to hook up. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to do the thing. Just be honest and be real about what you want
Well,
to do.
I think that's an issue. I think people can't be real and can't be honest. I also think that coupled with the fact that we're trans, they look at us in a sexual way, or they look at us in a way that they need assistance, financial assistance, or can you cash out me, or can you, do you have a ride? So I just think it's difficult, and I think it's difficult also because there's so much stigma placed on people and so much shaming placed can't live their true self and love who it is that they want to love. So they get in relationships with women and toxic women that then cause them a lot of grief and they walking around just completely and totally unhappy. And I think we got some comments from our viewers. Let's see what they're saying. Thank you, Jacoby.
Jacoby.
Thank you.
Love EJ.
Mm-hmm. And then Tony
He's
says
a
it
good
comes
time.
a
EJ
time.
like a good time. We party with EJ.
It says it comes a time when Tony Phillips said it comes a time when you won't water down the person you worked hard to become for someone who hasn't put in that same effort. Yep, that's true. Landis, you was quiet. Your thoughts? I know you've been in a relationship for a minute. You just celebrated an anniversary, but prior to that, how was dating for you?
Well, I was just going to say that, prior to this relationship that I'm in now, I've did the run on the dating apps and I've dated people from the apps, but I find it interesting that when I ask for someone to send me a picture, I don't care if it's a nude. Matter of fact, I want to see a nude, especially if you already got other pictures up there. I need to see everything because men are visual. Basically, we visual. We want to see what everybody working with. We want to see what you got. So when people send you a nude, why is it the same reaction that I'm happy for the nude and you're not?
I guess it's because like that's all that they see us as. You know what I'm saying? Like we would prefer to send us a face pic. You know what I'm saying? Or stop saying you DL, but you'll send a penis pic, but then you want to come to somebody's house and not show your face. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not inviting no strangers to my house, and I don't know your face. I can't see you, and all you see was a penis.
But then the alternative is to not meet in a place where sex is going to be expected. So you meet for lunch, you meet for coffee or something like that, and then you take that whole thing out of the equation. But I can tell you right now, you come to my house after 10 o'clock, you're getting fucked. If ands about it.
But see, that's the mindset of, and I think it may be in different cities because I noticed in Atlanta, and I'm more open. Our thought process is different, but in Virginia, it's closed-minded. It's so much stigma and discrimination related to it, and niggas don't want to. They're afraid. You know what I'm saying? Worried about what somebody else going to say about them, and I live our truth.
Correct. But see, and then
look, hey, Kayla girl.
Can you hear me, Zakia?
I can, elder mother.
Okay, but no, it's guys, it's some guys out there. It's a handful. I think they're all in prison, but it's a few guys out there that do live in their truth and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta, you just gotta find them. But trade ain't even trade no more, honey. It's just like trade to me coming out, growing up. Trade was somebody who messed with a trans woman. You know what I'm saying? That was trade to me. Now trade, they messing with the drag queens, the butch queens, the non-conformists. They just messing with everything. So now nobody is no longer trade. It's just like everybody just mess with everybody now. So you got to find something that appeals
but
to you.
I also think there's some missed opportunities out there. Like, when we was out grocery shopping and dude was trying to talk to you in the line and you peeped the wedding ring.
Who?
You.
Okay.
he was flirting with you and all that kind of stuff. And but you said, I think he's married because he got on the wedding ring. I was like, oh, that's cool. But I'm sure you had the same opportunities with people who weren't married. So why not just take it from there when you be meeting these people randomly? Is it just too much at that time? Because there was an opportunity there, although he was married, so I wouldn't have pushed that. But
Yeah,
there's an opportunity.
And I'm really not gonna fool with nobody that's married. That's drama.
See, I have a fetish for married men.
Yes, you do.
I love
and I'm rubbing my arm because my arm
and I don't like trade per se, but I like gay boys, but and I really love trans men more than anything. But I love I have a fetish for married men. I don't know what it is. Not
Yeah.
men that's married to men that's married to women.
Maybe you be feeling like you're doing a conversion type thing. Maybe that's
Girl, I don't know. It's just something just so freaky and sexy. And plus, they a lot nastier than gay men, too. Married men are a lot more freakier, and I like that.
hence the inspiration for your company.
Pound your cakes, baby. That's what I do. Pound them cakes, baby.
Thank you, Jay,
no,
for
Cheyenne,
tuning in and watching us tonight. We love you.
Hey, Jason.
Go ahead, Brianna.
I can
Somebody
understand
leaving?
I can understand what you're saying about the married men because they're closed in. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're in this marriage. So the wife don't want to do this, she don't want to do that. So when he ever get the opportunity to find somebody to live out these fantasies, that's when I've had married men and like you said, they are nasty. Like they really like cut the fool because it seems like they're on lockdown. And it's just like you be like, okay, time for rec. So they get time to go out and on the rec yard and stuff, and that's when they just go crazy, baby.
How is the married man different from the download man? Because with the married man, you ain't going out to all these places and being seen.
Well, Cheyenne don't care about them going out nowhere and being seen.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about all that. That ain't important to me. All I care about is you coming over, get fucked, and go home to your wife.
Ooh.
That's it. That's it.
Oh my.
Period.
Your transition last year in August. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up.
I'm not trying to be their friend. None of that.
What you say, Bree?
And I treat them like shit. The same way they try to treat us, I treat them the same motherfucking way.
All right.
I do. They be like, my married friend came to visit me from Wisconsin 2 days ago, and he was like, damn, why you be talking to me like that? Because I don't want you to ever think for a second, I almost said the N word, but I don't want you to ever think for a second, Igga, that I'm soft. Because a lot of times they feel because you're gay, you're soft, and they can treat you and talk to you any kind of way. And I have to still let them know I'm a gay, but I'm still a man before I'm gay.
Definitely.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not gay no more. I'm not gay anymore. I'm a pansexual.
Yeah. Craig is pansexual.
Pretty much somebody that fuck anybody.
Attracted to all genders. It's not about whether you're a man or a woman. It's just who they're attracted to. Like you, elder mother.
Oh, that's
am I too cute for that, Landis?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. You look like one of those.
I look like what?
One of them little freaky boys.
You know, it's a lot of them that look like you too, Landis.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I claim my freakness. I ain't scared.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Landis was a porn star back in the day.
I want to see. Send me some links.
I'm just joking.
I was about to say I could picture Landis in the gym now on the flick in the gym.
Back in those days, we had to have gym bodies. That's the new kids.
Back in those days, you just had to be blast tiny. You had to have a sugar stick.
No, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about the gym set. Okay, I'm talking about the set
with the music.
Jason say elder mother, laughing out loud. Ooh. Yes, elder mother, honey, elder mother.
Yes, Jason, and don't call me while I'm on set.
Well, last night I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race and Elliot with two T's and trying to comfort Misha, child. What's up with that? What's up with that, honey? And what have y'all been thinking about RuPaul's Drag Race?
I don't think about it.
I don't.
You don't.
I feel like it's good. I feel like it's good. I feel like Samishima is really giving us a light into the gay community, maybe behind the scenes. She's embracing that mother role and how it kind of really is. And I do appreciate RuPaul for extending that opportunity to Tamisha Iman, because if it's anybody in the pageant scene and it's anybody who could play that role and could do it, it is her. And so I think it's important that they are showing her in a light. And she's older, you know, Tamisha Iman is a legend who can outdance those girls if she had to listening for a life, but with the respect, I think it's important that we respect the queens that have come before us and put in the work. And I think that the show is giving a light to do that.
So let me ask you something. You said how we should respect the queens that come before us. I hear that a lot, but a lot of times the queens that come before us aren't very respectful queens. So when that happens, are you still supposed to respect the queens that come before you?
Do you think?
Because to me, respect is given, and a lot of the older girls have this sense of entitlement, and they feel like they can talk to you any kind of way and say anything to you. So, at what point do you say it's time for them to show some respect too?
Good point, Cheyenne. Because just like when I was my first appearance as Sweetheart, as Sweetheart, somebody that I looked up to, and an older queen who paved the way, was very rude and disrespectful to me. And I really ain't been feeling her ever since. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you give respect, you get respect in return.
Correct. And I get sick of people talking about these young, they need to pay the baby. I ain't gotta. Where in the rule book it say I gotta do anything? I don't have to show them any type of anything, because half of them bitches don't show it either.
They have delusions of grandeur. That's what I call it.
And I've been knowing a lot of them. I've been out since I was 11 years old. I'm 41. So I know I've been knowing a lot of them bitches. I know a lot of them bitches when they were sleeping on floors, living like niggas. So you all that grandeur shit you be doing.
So do you think some of that nastiness or rudeness come from them having to have it so hard when they were coming out versus how it is now? Because it's a lot more accepted now than it was then. So
I think that plays a role. I think that plays a role, because I've heard a lot of them talk about when RuPaul's Drag Race started, that it was almost like when Donald Trump got elected. How when Donald Trump got elected, all the racist people started taking off the mask. Well, when RuPaul Drag Race came out, all the old girls that had issues with stuff, they started opening up more about it. And what's the key?
Oh no, I was just saying. I was just listening.
They opened up more about it, like a lot of the trend. Well, that's a whole nother topic there.
Well, don't stop. This is the talk show.
I was going to talk about how the trans women be getting so mad about RuPaul not letting them on the show. But I ain't gonna go there.
Can I throw this out? Do y'all think that the straight community is confused by drag queens versus transgender?
Okay, so since you threw that out there, I'm gonna go ahead with what I was gonna say. Landon, this is why I don't feel trans women should be on RuPaul's Drag Race. That has been my argument for the longest. Trans women have worked so hard to get away from being called drag queens for so many years, but yet they're willing to subject themselves to be called drag queens for a check. And I think that that's late. But then they read this man. First of all, RuPaul's Drag Race is about men who get in drag to dress like women or girls.
But
Okay.
I think the disconnect is one of the things that you said, because you said it's about men and the trans girls just wanting a check. But what's wrong with them wanting to get paid just as much as the girl who's singing the same damn lip sing the same damn song? They probably can do twice as good.
Because it's a
They're not
drag
getting the
queen
same
show.
money.
It's a drag queen show. So are you okay? So you in this hand, this is where the confusion comes in. So in this hand, oh, I'm a woman. I'm a trans woman. But in this hand, you read the drag people who call you drag queen, but yet you're willing to be called a drag queen for a paycheck. Now, when shows started years ago, when I first came out, all the showgirls was trans girls, pretty much. There was a few boy queens here and there, but the boy queens that was on the show back when I came out, they were sickening ass boy queens. They could either dance real good or
And see, here was a total opposite, sister. There weren't really a lot of trans sections here. Like in Richmond, during my time, Jessica, Jazz Ross, and then when I went to Norfolk, that's when I saw Kim and Rhonda Newby, you know. But it was a lot of boy queens. Would you agree, Brianna? Elder
Yeah,
Mother.
yeah.
and see, it was different in Chicago. We had Sasha Valentino, Flame Monroe, Amelia Black, Nikki Green. The baddest boy queen was Tasha,
But you
and
know
she
what?
was the show host.
But I also think that that's because like Continental is there, and you know the access to different resources that those girls had in Chicago. Like we didn't have those resources to stuff like that in Virginia, and so the film girls competed against the boy queens. You know, it was an open platform. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody just competed against each other and entertained one another. But I get what you're saying.
I just think trans women, when it comes to that show, I think you all need your own show. I think you all
And
need
what
your
would it be
own
called
show
again?
to tell your story. Your story is not going to be like mine's and Dallas's and Landis' story. Even as trans women, your stories are going to be different from Bree's and yours. So I feel that you all need your own platform to tell the world what you went through, what was your trans experience. Oh honey, I can go on and on about that. But I'm gonna let that
Well,
go.
it needs to be a reality show. Like it need to be a competition with trans women. I understand what you say. I was just about to say, you know how Zakia said, if you don't like where you sit at, what you do, Zakia?
Create your own table.
So, and you don't
You
hear the
create
trans
your own
women going
table.
off on. They not the trans women. I know one in particular, one of my Continental Plus sisters, Terry Williams. We always go back and forth about RuPaul. And my thing is, y'all cussing out RuPaul, calling him transphobic because he won't let a trans woman on the show. But yet nobody's saying anything to Janet Mock. Nobody's saying anything to Candace Kane. Nobody's saying anything to those trans women who actually have the platform and the means to start some.
T.S.
Trans
Madison.
women like that. They're trans women.
Well, when I
They're
level up,
they're not even thinking about the other trans women.
but when I level up some more, I'm gonna start my own show.
Huh?
When I level up some more, I'm gonna start my own show.
And I'm gonna be on there.
And two, it don't have to be a competition show because that's a
No.
lot of the problem now too. Is it's always competition back and forth. It could just be a show that highlights people and what they do and gives them a platform to show what they do and give us a glimpse of what their struggles are. It doesn't necessarily have to be a competition and keep putting women against each other because that's what happens in the straight community,
So
the community in general.
So the real queens of Richmond.
You should do it, Zena.
And will you star in the
Why do I
Dallas?
gotta be rich?
Yeah, you know I'm in. You know I'm coming to be the turn up.
Yeah.
Why can't just be that bitch looks sick.
Yes, got big. Okay, I'm trans man, baby. Don't get it
But no
twisted.
shade, but some of them bearded queens be painted for blood.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to give a shout out to Miss Kayla Finn last night. Kayla Finn went down to Norfolk, Virginia and upset the ball arena. Tell them about it, Bree. Tell them about it, Bree.
Mm-hmm. She got body.
Well,
For days.
it was a little mini function. It was a mini ball that Coco Williams had to try to help our Virginia ballroom scene. So she had a little ball last night, and it was from Queen Realness, and she came and everybody thought she was fish, and she gave you fish. Everybody was gagging, but she really did a good job. It was nice, and I think, like I was saying, I'm glad to see more pageant girls come out to showcase, to show that they have other things instead of just running pageants. You know what I'm saying? Other little attributes. Oh, okay, Cheyenne, you want a piece?
I'm already in the ball. What is it, inducted into a ballroom house? But girl, that ballroom shit, they fight too much for me, girl.
And it don't start on time for me. It always starts late.
Right, bitch. I remember I went to a ball one time and they said the ball was starting at 11 o'clock. Girl, the ball didn't even start till like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
And girl, I walked out the ball. Funny story. I asked this little boy, I said, what time do the ball usually end? He was like, when a fight break out. So then maybe about an hour or two went by, and I asked somebody else that was on the totally opposite. I said, what time do y'all usually get out here? Do you know a totally different bitch said, when a fight break out? And guess when the ball ended?
When the fight
broke out.
When a fight broke out.
That's the reason why I've never decorated for a ball.
And guess what time it was? We walked outside because the place where the ball was held was around. It was like a lot of businesses around. It was 11:30 in the fucking afternoon down there.
Oh wow.
Girl, I never do that shit again. That shit,
They started.
I'm even reconsidering being in my ballroom house. That shit is long and boring.
They started entirely too late.
What house?
Huh?
What house, Cheyenne?
What you say, sister? Demure Versailles.
I said, what house?
I said Demure Versailles. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah. It's a new house.
No,
my house mother was the overall house mother of Garcon, but she left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was I here? You can't say nothing because the ball that you had, you were pleased. You was kind of edgy and kind of like, but I mean, the commentator did what they supposed to did. We had to be out there at a certain time, and that was fulfilled. But I think people who aren't in the ballroom scene. You said what?
But I was saying, for the most part, they start late. They start really, really late.
Because they waiting for the who's to show up.
That's because
the venues are putting you out.
No, that's not. It's because the queens. We as colored people, we're always late. So actually, being a colored and a queen, So that's just like you'll get there
Being
tomorrow.
colored? Girl, what year you living in? Colored people. Because Lord Elder.
You know she in that cult.
Lord Elder.
I'm trying to use the I'm trying to use the right terminology. Okay,
Well, the right
think
that
brown
ain't
people.
to colored people ain't the right terminology, honey. We use colored in many years. We're African Americans, we're black. That's what you talking about is
I
the
ain't want
Raku
to say
way.
black.
That's the Raku way where you're talking about.
Who?
The Raku.
The Raku way.
I was born in the 60s. You're not gonna change my point of view.
Well, the great thing about pageants is different from balls, and I can appreciate everyone who is hosting pageants and are keeping pageants alive because with the COVID, pageants have kind of had to go astray and go in the background for the time being until we could gather again. So thank you for all the pageant owners who do give entertainers a platform to get constructive criticism from a panel of judges who are respected in the community, who have done work, or who just want to give the criticism. I think that's so important. When you go to a ball, you can be chopped by somebody who's staying in a hotel room at the roadway inn. And I just think that we're out here investing. When things aren't invested, they are your time, they are your money, and you can't get that back. So I'd rather go to a pageant when it's a group of judges who will give me feedback and I can grow.
Pageants don't start on time either, and ain't every judge ain't a good judge.
Wait, and that's what I was about to say. You can't just go at the ballroom scene too, because there's been a lot of pageants I've been to where I've seen Jackie go and mop the girls up and you know what I'm saying, and they don't win because it's their girl. It don't matter. Queens are going to be queens.
Wait, honey. I do win.
Whether in the page.
I do win, bitch.
Huh? I mean, no.
Period.
You didn't win Miss Trash Bag 2019. I whooped your ass. So let it be clear, I won Miss Trash Bag.
I won in 2017.
You was already a former.
Thank you, Landon. See, she late. She missed all that. She missed the rain and everything.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She was locked up there. She was locked up back there.
No, it wasn't. But I feel like it don't matter. I feel like it don't matter if it's a ballroom or it's a pageant. People are shady, period. So it don't even matter. And not trying to be funny. Me personally, I'd rather walk a ball and rather for them to get me together instead of a fucking pageant. Where if I'm not, if I'm working and if I was crafting, okay, if you crafting, you paying it. But when you're working and you're going to work every day and you're saving your money and you're planning, and then just for you to get up on that stage for somebody to actually, when somebody comes in the building, to actually know that's who they're going to give it to, that's not fair neither. Because that has happened where girls have prepared 6 months or a year for a pageant, and then just because another girl has came in, the odds are in her favor just because she's a top name girl, and that's not fair. That's not fair to me.
But the same thing
because they don't like them.
Balls don't even start till they waiting for the right people to come. Sometimes.
At the end of the day, it is really a hobby. Pageantry is something we do for fun. And it's just like gambling. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the casino, it ain't always guaranteed that you're gonna win. So at the end of the day, like I don't look at it. Yes, I want to win. Of course I do. But at the end of the day, it's about me doing a good show to build a fan base, for me to be able to get extra bookings. You know what I'm saying? Different stuff. So like every time, just because you don't win doesn't mean that you really haven't won. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's some pageants that I didn't win and got up, and I got more love than the winner. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's not always about winning. It's about the exposure. It's about the experience. It's about honing your craft. It's about getting better. But yeah, it is good when you do get the craft. but it's not always about. Not for me.
And Zakia, that's the same thing in the ballroom scene. It's about the moment. And some people make moments and they talk about the moments instead of talking about the win. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with ballrooms.
But it's the same thing with
Giselle,
it's the same thing in ballroom with cheating too. They cheat in
it's all
ballroom.
about because it's queens. It's queens. When you're dealing with queens, what do you expect?
But they cheat in ballroom too, Bree.
Just keeping it real.
But let me ask this
question. Of course. But
since the topic was dating, is it okay if you the mother or the father of the house to date one of the kids?
So you know what? Funny you mentioned that my house that we're in, they actually just kicked out 2 members because they don't fuck around with that. Because a couple members were complaining that a couple of the people were being a little sexually explicit in their inboxes and shit, and they got actually removed from our house.
Yeah, I think that stirred up confusion. I used to hate it when my kids would be trying and then like y'all break up and get mad, then it's a whole bunch of confusion with the family. So I no.
And that's
I was raised not to do that.
Family, why y'all
not
right? Are you hunching your real brothers and sisters?
Now I will watch some taboo porn now.
But you know some of them
that flew all over y'all head.
Some taboo porn. I was just scared to open Pandora's box to ask. I didn't miss it.
Look, I saw
porn is exactly what it sounds like.
That's gonna be like the conversation that Landis want to have with me. That's gonna be a one-on-one so that you can give me a little more insight about that.
Family porn, bitch.
Right.
So it seems like Bernie Sanders has been doing a lot of traveling in the last week, thanks to Dallas. He was at
North America.
Did you see Bernie Sanders in North America, Cheyenne?
No,
he all got the hands crossed. Look, he got his hands crossed just like everybody else.
Yeah.
That is too funny.
And then he was at
North America.
North America. He
did.
North
America?
Yeah. Yeah. He did. He been sitting that guy. Looked like he the only person that came to see Avion's show.
He waiting on the guy from live.
He wasn't waiting on much.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, then put him out.
That's my favorite.
That is so funny.
And then he and I had a moment too.
Yes, that's a pretty dress, sister.
Thank you. That was presentation year 1 for Black Continent.
That was pretty.
Thank you. Yes, honey. Yes. I want to get people to y'all always see me talking about Elder Mother. I picked with but please check out Ruthless on the BET Plus app. Ruthless is thebomb.com. I enjoy it. Thank you, Tyler.
It's good, sister.
Is the season 2 finished yet? Because I ain't doing that until I can binge watch the whole thing for season 2.
You said what now?
The second part is done now?
Yeah, they're in season 2. They're like, they good into season 2. It's on every Thursday.
Because I usually get the free trial and then binge watch it and then cut it back off.
Oh Lord, no! I keep it because there's so much that I like, and the Oval get ready to start back up too. So I can't wait for the Oval.
Oh, this one of them Tyler Perry shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually one of the better ones, and they show nudity.
It's good. It's very, very good. It's very good.
If you watch the Oval, do you watch that other show?
Which one?
The Have show.
Have and Have Not.
See, I couldn't take your opinion on the show for that. Those shows are full.
Well, it's entertainment, Cheyenne.
Oh God.
It's entertainment.
Yeah. Shout out to Salt and Peppers by tonight, 8 p.m. They also went on at 8 p.m. tonight, so make sure you record in Lifetime Salt and Pepper.
And then we have a little cackle that I've been trying to share with y'all, so we're gonna share it now together.
What is that noise? Keep like somebody clicking.
If you fucking happy and you motherfucking know, clap your motherfucking hands.
I think that's Elder Mother breathing.
Yeah. Motherfucking happy and motherfucking hands.
No, it's you.
Oh my God. That was too funny.
Oh my goodness. Yes, honey.
What happened?
You didn't see it? Oh, girl.
I was on Grinder. I'm sorry.
Missing the show, being on Grinder.
Well, I thought it was having technical difficulties since I couldn't hear nothing. Oh, did you just? Oh.
Happy and you motherfucking hands.
Maxie.
Motherfucking hair, yeah. Every fucking happy and you motherfucking know what
Maxie.
motherfucking show. Motherfucking happy and you motherfucking know what motherfucking hands.
I would fuck that little child up.
Lord have mercy. Well, I have enjoyed you all on the show tonight. It has been fabulous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to patronize Cheyenne,
Yes.
pound your cakes. Landis does his black game shows on, what is it, monthly on Thursdays, Landis?
Weekly on Thursday at 7.
Weekly Thursday at 7. And the Sweetheart family has challenged Peace State to a virtual game of Family Feud. So Sweetheart has put together their team of 5, and Peace State is putting together their team of 5. And so stay tuned. Join Landis's page. Give them your YouTube channel so that they can follow it.
It's just Landis. I think it's Landis Osborne on YouTube.
Landis on YouTube, and you're gonna see the sweets annihilate the peaches.
Oh, you wanted to find a group that was gonna be easy to beat. That's why you picked them.
No,
drag. That's drag, dragging more drag.
Who said they had picked?
So what you saying about the peaches? You saying the peaches are not smart? That's what you're saying?
Well, you said it. You just said you were gonna annihilate them.
Well, I know my intelligence level. That's why I got voted off the weakest link. They had worked me because they knew I was going to beat the other two. So, y'all, any parting words for our viewers before we go? Cheyenne?
Stay safe and wear your mask.
Elder Mother?
Yes, darling.
Any parting words?
Well, all I'm going to say, yes, just be your authentic self and don't give a damn who doesn't like it.
Wait a minute. Before we go, girl, where the hell is Maxine Waters?
Who?
She's in the house, so they probably didn't have the House representatives come to the thing.
I ain't seen her in a while.
I ain't seen her in a few days. We got to check on Auntie
I
Waters.
ain't seen Auntie Maxine in a couple weeks.
She might have moved. Dallas, final word.
Yes. When they go low, we go high. But just check out Salt and Pepper's biopic, 8 p.m. tonight. Also, Wendy Williams' biopic is coming out January 30th, so we probably won't do a show. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the cast out. Follow me on IG.
And we passed 8 p.m., so I think they missed it.
It's my recording, so.
Everyone, have a good night. Y'all be safe. Watch the movie American Skin. It is out now. Great movie presented by Spike,
American Skin.
written by Nate Parker. We all need to watch and we all need to learn.
I just want to say, be safe. Don't give up on dating. That person will come, and don't be afraid to get the vaccine.
What are you trying to do?
Now it's time to say goodbye to all my diva friends.
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you so much. I enjoyed the conversation, and
Bye.
you just make the choices that are best for you and live life to the fullest.
DIVADEN. See you again.
Elder mother. Elder mother is here. I'm here.